Hey everybody, my name is Katreena. Malin has asked me to go on here to discuss some tips and tricks to earn the trips. So I'm super pumped to be here. I was supposed to be on a Zoom call. I do apologize that it cannot be today. I am a horrible mother and forgot that I was supposed to bring my son swimming at 7 p.m. the same time as the Zoom. So I fit it in when I could. That is just the benefit of Scentsy. It works when you want it to and how you want it to in your own lives. So I'm doing a recording and then Malin will share it to you later. So I do have a script because I'm a hot mess express, and if I don't have the script I will get squirrel brain because I'm a little borderline ADHD and anxiety as well. I hate lives, so here we are doing the damn thing. So if you see me looking down, yes I am nervous, and yes I am reading a script. Okay, so yeah, like I said, Malin has asked me to go live with you and discuss the trips and on how I earn them, how to earn them, some ideas on the comings and goings of all of that. So never did I ever think that myself personally I'd be sitting here explaining it to other people. I remember when I joined 6 years ago and I would look up to Malin and I'm like, oh my God, this girl is like earning all of the incentives, all of the things, right? I never thought that could ever be me. And I'm sure there's other people on watching this that think the same or feel the same, and that's completely normal. But do know that Scentsy makes it as attainable as they can for everybody. That's like one of the beauties of the business, right? So this is where mindset comes in. So mindset is obviously a key component to pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone and growing. So both in your personal and business life, mindset is a game changer. You need to claim the trip, you need to set the goal, you need to book the parties, you need to love on your business, and all that effort that you put forth is going to come back threefold, right? So not only now are you benefiting yourself from growing in your mindset, but you're also, the actual prize is what you've learned along the way. So sure, you may earn the trip. Sure, you may earn an awesome duffel bag or some sort of incentive, some lawn chairs, whatever it is, what sort of incentive they're throwing at us, but you are growing. And that alone is worth more than we could pretty much ever say, right? So now we have that in our back pocket. We've done hard things. We can do it again, right? So it does become easier the more you do it. So myself personally, when it comes to attacking the trips, is what I say, I would look at the 6-month increments that we have in the incentive tracker, and I break that down into bite-sized chunks. Of course, in a bite-sized chunk world, it is a little easier to look at it and be like, I can do that, right? And whether it's not this large, scary, hairy, scary goal. It is now broken up. Okay, yeah, I can do that. If for some reason I don't hit what I want to in that first out of the 6 months that I've done, split it up like that, then I'm going to roll it into the second or the third or the fourth. But that just keeps myself accountable, and it makes it, like I said, a little less overwhelming to try to earn those, right? So I will also post after I do this on the incentive tracker that I use personally. It's a little different than the one they share for us, but again, I'm going to share mine and I'll share theirs as well. But if you are looking for the incentive tracker that they've posted, and if you haven't seen it yet, it is an incentives in workstation, and then there's a little download printable tracker there. So definitely recommend that. If you don't have it, put it up on like a dream board, have yourself, and again, holding yourself accountable. So yeah, like I said, I break that up into 6-month increments. It's just a little 1 month increments out of the 6 months. It's just a little less scary to bite it off rather than just take the full meal deal at the same time, right? So again, throughout 6 months of the incentive, I personally try to recruit at least 2 new people a month. Why I do that, obviously, in most of our incentives, you do need sponsoring points, which you're going to obtain through recruiting, so through your teammates. But now, not only are you benefiting yourself, which is great, you're benefiting other people. So you're going to be able to bless other people with the opportunity to earn these trips, earn these duffel bags, earn these goodies, and that alone is so cool. So definitely, I personally try to get 2 new people on my team, and again, per month out of the 6 months. And if I don't hit that 2, I'm going to roll the 2 into the next month and so on and so forth, making it easier for me over the long term. So yeah, making sure, checking my list, like I said. 1 second here. Okay, so went over that. Yeah, cool. Okay. Another key component to earning these trips is front loading my months. And what that means to me is by the mid of the month, so say by August 15th, I'm going to want my September fully booked. Myself personally, I find that a lot easier because I know going into the month, I have it down pat. I'm good, everything's good. I have some work coming my way. I have income coming my way. Hopefully, all things considered if the parties are successful, but most of the time they are. And that just gives me a little bit of like a breathing space. Now I can work on other areas of my business, but this just means that I have front loaded. So going into the next month, it's completely good to go. And then so on and so forth. So once it gets to September 15th, I'm going to look forward to October and see where the breaks are that I can fill in some extra parties. Myself personally, I do this full time. So this is my full-time job. I stay at home with my mom, with my son, and that is why I decided to join Sensi 6 years ago. So I don't want that to change. But again, if it doesn't work for you that way and you have another job, 3 to 4 parties is more than enough to make this successful for you. Myself personally, I do 8 to 10 parties a month. And again, that's just because it's my full-time job and I have the timing to make that it's able to happen in my life. So I can do that. So yes, 3 to 4 parties, if not more. So definitely whatever fits into your schedule. I know that we mostly all have children or, significant others or are just day-to-day is cray-cray. And that's totally okay. It's relatable. We're all in the same boat. So definitely only do what works for you and your business. Don't compare. That is one of the biggest things I can say is you cannot compare your business to other people's. And that was a really hard pill for me to swallow for a long time. So the parties themselves don't really need to be just parties as well. So when I joined, I just was kind of overwhelmed with the fact that, oh my God, a party means I need to go into someone's house. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I like people, but like not that much, especially people I don't really know. It takes a lot for us to get comfortable, right? And that's normal. So if a party, an in-house party works for you, great. If it doesn't, that's totally cool too, and more normal. So myself personally, I do my parties all online for the most part on Facebook. They last 3 days. That's just what works for me, and that means that I can fit that 8 to 10 other parties into my month. But you can do like leave testers in your break room. You can do some basket parties, which is like you put a few goodies together and leave it in a basket, give it to someone for a couple of days with your testers. You can do a book party, which is just passing out some catalogs and letting them have a look-see and see what they want to do. There's all kinds of other ideas. And the benefit actually also to partying is it doesn't need to be a hosted party. So what I do is I make myself the host. I am the host at least twice a month. And I'll do a mystery host party, or I'll do like a theme party here at my house or an open house or whatever it is. But that is also qualifying as a party. So I will write that in too and take it off my 8 to 10 that I'm looking for. So just some ideas on how to party, but obviously partying is super beneficial. We are a party business. That is how Sensi started. They want us sharing all the goodies with everybody else. And why wouldn't we? We love the product, right? So definitely get out there and share as much as you can. I know it is scary to ask, but that's just the only way you're going to get someone to say yes is if you ask. So do scary things. I promise it's worth it. Speaking of keeping people excited and engaged, I also always share my goal on Facebook. So when the incentive comes out, my customers have now become accustomed to incentive timings, and it's quite funny. They're like, where are we going next? Like they think that they're coming, they're so excited. What are we going to earn this time around? So I always share a daily tracker. I share a countdown. I share like vulnerability posts, accountability posts. I share everything. I share the excitement, little photos of me and like some backdrops, just funny things to make them feel like they are part of it, because they're very crucial to my business, and without customers I wouldn't be able to earn these wonderful trips. So definitely sharing it, making it more about them and how they really benefit you and your business, doing some games, some giveaways, whatever you feel that you can do and afford. Obviously don't break the bank, but yeah, that's just me. I always share my excitement, a little countdown tracker. Lots of people order that way because they love to see like the countdown, and they're like, ooh, I helped her. And yeah, people love to help people for the most part. So I definitely recommend that. As well as when I go on these trips, I always make sure to like grab some postcards or some trinkets or little things that I think my customers would like. And while I'm away, I always post a party link and I say, for those that order through my PWS while I'm gone, they'll be happy they did. And I will send those few little goodies to them just for being helpful while I was gone, right? Okay, so yes, and I know it's easier said than done, but you also can't psych yourself out when you immediately see the requirements for the incentive period. I know it's easier said than done because when you see them, you're like, I could never, right? I could never. And that was me too. That was me 4 trips ago, sorry, when I went through the incentive period for the Bermuda cruise through COVID. I looked at it and I was like, there's no way in heck. And me and Malin were talking and she's like, you know what? According to like couple past months and what you've already done, you could totally do this. You could totally do this. I'm like, this girl's crazy. Like, I love you, but you're a little, yeah, right. But you know what? I did it. And it was for like her belief and then my belief that turned into my belief. So you just have to believe in yourself. You have to, like I said, claim the goal, write down the things, do the hard things, and it's going to pay off. So I obviously couldn't attend the Bermuda cruise because it was COVID and Canadian consultants weren't allowed to travel, which kind of sucked. But I did take a hefty payout for that cruise, which I am very, very, very thankful for. It's actually paid the deposit for our trailer, which is at a seasonal spot for us. So we are there all summer up until mid-October. And I never ever thought in my life that I could ever afford anything like that or do anything like that. Last night I was reading my notes with my husband and I actually cried at this point. So hopefully I don't cry, but I've never been financially free other than my life with Scentsy. So this business can do miracles for you. Just keep at it, do the hard things. Like I said, believe in yourself, claim it, manifest it. It's all there for you. Like we all have the same resources. So although I know it's weird to think I could never, like I'll never go on a Scentsy trip. And I was in the same position as you. I'm still like, pinch me on my dreaming, but this business is, yes, it is limitless. So definitely don't put a limit on yourself. So now I can contribute alongside my husband. I get to stay at home with my son, like I said, and I get to be financially free, which the first time in 34 years I can ever say that. So it's absolutely incredible. So with or without the trips, I mean, Scentsy is incredible. So I'm very, very happy you're here with us. And I hope that this will turn into something long-term for you as well. Okay, so we're going to go over the incentive tracker very quickly. Like I said before, you'll find the tracker on your workstation and you will be able to print it there. But I was just going to give a little bit on how they broke it up. It's like, looks like this. I'm not going to be able to show it to you on here because it's kind of blurry, but so you're going to earn 1 point for every PRV you earn between now and January 31st. So that's just based on your own sales, which is absolutely incredible. 500 points for attending World Tour 2024. It's like a convention, a training convention for those that don't know. And if you've not been to one, I definitely 110% recommend. It changed my world, and the fire that you leave under your butt with is absolutely incredible. So total game changer for your business. Totally recommend it. You're going to grab 500 points just for that. So 1,500 points for earning 1,000 PRV 5 out of your 6 months of the incentive, and they don't have to be consecutive, so that's quite awesome. Like, you know, you can have a bad month, we all have those, but as long as you hit the 1,000 PRV 5 out of that 6 months, you're going to grab 1,500 points toward your total. Sorry, it says my phone's dying, but we're almost done, so that's fine. If you're brand new, you have the opportunity to earn 1,000 to 5,000 points for hitting Sensational Start 1, 2, or 3. That is something that can only be done within your first 70 days. So if you're a little bit curious about that, definitely check it out in your consultant guide, as well as we have some posts on both of our pages, Down with the Wick List and We Plead Innocent, Malin's page. So definitely check that out. You're going to earn, you can earn points in personal promotions. So it's 1,000 to 10,000 points just for promoting, which is incredible. Obviously, we want to see you succeed in every aspect of the business, and promoting is a big thing. So you do get a lot of points for that. So you're going to grab 1,000 points for certified, 1,500 for lead, 2,000 for star, 3,000 for superstar, 5,000 for director, 8,000 for star director, and 10,000 for superstar director. And then you also, when you hit those promotions, will get extra points for being able to get paid at those titles, hit the requirements to get paid at those titles each month. month. So on top of already promoting, now you're grabbing extra points for doing so and hitting that like level again. So that's awesome. If you sponsor someone, they hit Sensational Start, you can earn 500 to 2,000 points. 250 points for each person you sponsored previous to the incentive, and that hits certified, so that's awesome. And then it's 2,500 points for every person you have sponsored that hits lead, whether or not they were sponsored before the incentive started or during, which is absolutely a game changer. And the coolest thing I think they're doing is this year, they're doing, so you have a sponsor and they hit certified, it's 1,000 points. You have 2 sponsors and they hit 1,000 certified, which is 1,000 PRV, and you'll get 1,500 points each. And now you have 3 like new people that you've sponsored and they will hit certified. You get 3,000 points each, which is absolutely nutso. Like, I can't believe they did that. So that's super awesome. And like we talked about before, sponsoring is very beneficial, and I know it's scary, but why not share what you love with other people? Why wouldn't they want to share this with you? Why not, right? So if anybody, like I said, anything that I've talked about in here, if you have any questions, feel free to jot them down on this video and I will get back to you when I can. If not, Malin will. But I know that there's probably a lot of information. I kind of like bleh at you for a little bit, but I do apologize. If you do have any questions though, please feel free to reach out. I'm here to help with it, whatever I can. So I can also add on that no trip in your life will ever come close to being a Scentsy trip. They are all inclusive. Your hotel is paid, your travel is paid, you get a per diem per day for food and like necessities, you know, choices of excursions or planned activities, and the memories made alone are worth earning one of these trips. You'll leave feeling like royalty. I mean, you show up feeling like royalty. They do so much. Room drops, so you get goodies that are made or ordered specifically just for you. It's an incredible experience. You're working and, you know, sharing all of your ideas, and it's overwhelming, but it's awesome, and you leave feeling so connected. You feel like this community is, you're part of something so much bigger than yourself. And I can't say enough, like, I'm like, I'll never not try to earn another one, because this life is a crazy life, but it's a beautiful life if you let it be. So I hope to see you there. So I hope all these tips were beneficial to you all. I can't wait to see you earn the luggage, have a blast in Bora Bora, or have fun with me in Hawaii. Take care, guys. I hope that you learned something. Thank you so much for popping on and watching this. Like I said before, if you have any questions, jot them down and I'll get back to you when I can. Take care. Bye-bye.